I want to provide a brief overview of Microsoft's commercial marketplace. This is one of our favorite slides that outlines the end-to-end experience and capabilities when we think about our commercial marketplace, which is really, in its simplest form, the ability for Microsoft partners to publish offerings into Microsoft's product catalog so that they can be merchandised and sold through the channels that Microsoft has built to sell our own products. So looking at this slide from left to right, we start with publishers. These are the Microsoft partners who create offerings in Partner Center. These can be IaaS, platform as a service, software as a service, services or add-ins with marketing material, value prop information. And then through the configuration, you define how they're deployed, the billing and merchandising characterizations of the offering. And then they go into Microsoft's product catalog. And this is the commerce platform that Microsoft uses for our own products. Sitting side by side, we have SKUs and plans for products like Office 365, Dynamics 365, Microsoft Azure, along with those offerings from our partners. And then together, they can be sold directly to customers through our online marketplaces, Microsoft AppSource or Azure Marketplace. Microsoft AppSource being for business and industry audience, Azure Marketplace being for IT and developer audiences. They can be exposed in product. The Azure Marketplace, for example, is front and center within the Azure Management Portal. When you go to click plus and create a new resource, you are now in the Azure Marketplace. They can be sold through Microsoft's Field. Microsoft's global sales team uses a tool called Quote Center, where your services and solutions and offerings will appear for them to generate a quote for a customer all together. And then also through Microsoft's network of cloud solution providers, 70,000 resellers globally who now have access to your solutions should you configure it to be available through that channel. So when Microsoft talks about our commercial marketplace, we're really referring to the web stores, Microsoft AppSource and Azure Marketplace, our field sales team, as well as our cloud solution provider program, and the ability for partners to publish offerings into this product catalog that sits on top of Microsoft's commerce platform. Now, why would you want to sell through Microsoft's commercial marketplace? In addition to being able to expand your reach, there's 141 geographies where solutions can be purchased through the commercial marketplace. We have over 3 million unique users visiting the commercial marketplace on a monthly basis, and billions of customers who work with Microsoft. But more importantly, you can reach the Microsoft reseller network, the cloud solution providers, by publishing into this catalog. Your product appears on Microsoft's price list and can be sold through Microsoft, where we already have procurement relationships with customers. And then we've also invested significantly in helping to accelerate your business through partner programs that leverage the commercial marketplace. Things like co-sell and IP co-sell. We have GTM benefits and rewards that accrue as you publish and activate offerings within the commercial marketplace. There are 4 offer types that can appear in the commercial marketplace. The first is a listing. This is essentially a description of your offering where a customer can find it, read it, look at screenshots, maybe watch demo videos, fall in love with your offering, but then the call to action for the customer is to request contact and request follow-up from your team. For this, we offer benefits and engagement from our Marketplace Rewards program team. And we've designed this program, the Marketplace Rewards program, to earn benefits, to accrue rewards based on the type of offer that you have that is optimized for the customer experience. So customers we know are particularly interested in trying your product. So if you create a listed trial, this is a listing, a description of your offering, where the call to action for a customer is to go to your website and initiate a trial, this receives a bit more benefits, and so on through the maturity of the offering. The next being bring your own license. The bring your own license offer type is deployed directly into the customer's environment. It's deployable, it's activated directly through the marketplace, and it's a particularly powerful option for customers who have investments in software that are running on premises, maybe in their data center, and they want to transition to the cloud without disrupting the return on that investment. And so through Azure Marketplace, they can deploy resources right into their Azure subscription and then bring that license key to activate it from on-premises up into the cloud. And then finally is the Transact offering. This is the optimal customer experience such that they can go to one of the web stores, go to a CSP or the Microsoft sales team, and go all the way through a discovery experience, evaluation, maybe they want to try it, and then actually purchase the solution. And so for transactable offerings, this is where we apply the most benefits, the most rewards. There are tiers of revenue. As you generate more and more revenue, we then apply more and more benefits. And the transactable offerings are really where we'll focus the majority of the time in this webinar, in this session. It's important to call out that it is also possible to add a trial period to a transactable offering. And we'll speak to that in just a little bit. You can learn more about the Marketplace Rewards program at aka.ms/marketplace rewards, where you'll find a table of all of the different rewards, the different tiers, and how you accrue those. And they'll be activated within Partner Center as we introduce new functionality there as well. So we've spoken a little bit about what is the commercial marketplace, the commerce platform from Microsoft where partners can publish offerings into Microsoft's product catalog, onto Microsoft's price list, where it can be sold through web stores, resellers, and Microsoft sales teams. We've talked about some of the benefits and the rewards. So then the next step is, how do I get started? What are the things that I need to think about as I go into Partner Center to create my offering? So the very first thing that we always recommend that you think about is making sure that you have a go-to-market strategy. How do you want to price and monetize your software? How do you want to price and monetize your solution or your services? Who is the target audience? And what is your sales model? As you go through the offer creation process, you will be defining the price. You'll align your monetization strategy with the options available in the commercial marketplace through the publishing process. And just as importantly, you'll also define the target audience by categorizing your offering, defining the industry, and that allows Microsoft to then merchandise your product and your offering to the right customers at the right time in the right place. That may be in product experiences, featuring applications and services in the app stores, whether that's AppSource or Azure Marketplace. And so having a clearly defined go-to-market strategy will really help you as you go through the configuration and creation process for your offering. The second part that's really helpful to have prepared ahead of time and shortens the publishing process is having defined your marketing assets. Have you named your offering and have your branding well defined and all of the messaging finished? As you go through the offer creation, you'll enter in a description, you'll give it a name, maybe you have different tiers. That would go back to the pricing and monetization. So how do you think about all of this and make sure that if you have a marketing team or a branding team who needs to sign off or maybe even provide the content, have them engaged and prepared to do that. The offer description and value proposition is absolutely critical when you think about how a customer would go into a web store or a reseller would go into their catalog and determine what product, what offering to purchase or sell. And the most successful offerings that we find within our commercial marketplace almost always have supporting documents and videos. Whether it's a cool sizzle video that shows off your product or a demo, or even support content that makes it clear to the customer that they'll be well supported and that it's very clear and simple to use your product or your service. the offerings that have documents and videos and supporting content are quite successful. We'll talk a lot more about what product assets are necessary, but when it comes to software as a service, you'll need a URL and a webhook so that we can let you know when it's been purchased so that you can then go provision the customer into the solution. For anything that gets deployed into a customer's Azure subscription, you'll want the technical package that is deployed. And something that's very important to think about is that one of the key values of the commercial marketplace, even beyond the ability for a customer to buy directly out of the commercial marketplace from a reseller from Microsoft, is also the fact that we'll generate leads and route them to you so that you can then cultivate those leads and convert them into sales. And so making sure that you have a CRM system where we can route the leads is also particularly important. And then finally, what you'll also want to think about is having the publisher account. You'll need a work account, Azure Active Directory. This is the same that's used for Office 365, Dynamics 365, at Microsoft Azure. You'll need to be a member of the Microsoft Partner Network. Signing up for that is part of the sign-up flow for the commercial marketplace. And then you'll also enter in tax and payout information so that when we pay you for your sales, we know where to route that and how to pay tax appropriately. There's two ways to sign up for the commercial marketplace program. The first and simplest is to go to just simply aka.ms/join marketplace. This will take you from the very, very beginning all the way through the sign up and configuration process. When you go to that aka.ms/join marketplace page, the first thing that you're prompted to do is sign in with your work account. This is that Azure Active Directory account that I referenced. If you're already a Microsoft Partner Network member, it will take you past that step. If you're not, the very first thing you'll do is agree to the Microsoft Partner Network Agreement, and you will get an MPN ID, Microsoft Partner Network ID. The second step is that you then create your publisher profile. It's in this step that you agree to the Marketplace Publisher Agreement, and then configure a little bit of information about your organization to jump right into the overview page. If you don't have an Azure Active Directory account, you first sign up with your work account. Azure Active Directory is created in the background, and then you're brought to the Microsoft Partner Network sign up page. If you are a Microsoft Partner Network member and you already have access to Partner Center, you can also take the second approach to sign up by going to Developer Settings in the top right corner, selecting Programs, and then Get Started link under Commercial Marketplace highlighted on the slide here. Either way works. In both cases, it takes you to the overview page where you land once you've signed up for the commercial marketplace. This is the landing page. This is where you will find a list of all of your offerings that are either live or in draft. In the top left, you create a new offer. On the right, you can manage offers that may be in other portals, whether that's Cloud Partner Portal or Seller Dashboard. And then under Overview, you'll see your Analyze, Reporting, and Insights. But once you've created your publisher profile, you land on this Overview page. You can always get back to it by going to partner.microsoft.com/dashboard. And the next thing that you'll want to do is configure your tax and payout information. You go to the top right corner, click the little settings gear, choose Developer Settings. Under Payout and Tax dropdown, you'll choose Payout and Tax Profile Assignment. And then you click the little dropdown for Tax Profile. If you've already created one, you'll have options here. If you haven't, the option that pops up is Create a Tax Profile. This is where it's really important to have your tax information and your business registration information so that you can complete the tax profile setup. The very first page that you see is the Set Up Your Tax Form dialog box. There's two options. Either you are a business in the United States or you are a business elsewhere in the world. If you are in the United States, you'll complete a standard W-9 tax form. If you're anywhere else in the world, you select your country and then you enter in some tax information there. There's two options if you are outside of the United States. Either you have done business in the US and pay taxes there, or you have not. Just filling out that form allows us to appropriately route payout information. And that payout information, or that payout, rather, money, is sent to you either into a bank account via wire transfer, or in some geographies, we also support PayPal. A $50 minimum is required for the payout, but once you've created that tax profile, you go back to the payout and tax profile assignment page, you choose the tax profile that you want to use, and then you click the option to create a new payout payment profile, and it takes you to the page in the top right corner where you enter in all of your bank account information and anything that's relevant to receive those payouts, whether you prefer a bank account, wire transfer, or PayPal.